What are three practical ways that you can actually protect your energy from energy vampires in just when life is starting to get hard? Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've now been seeing me as I'm 9 years into this expat game. I'm on my third continent, fourth country, which is Zambia. And one of the things I've started doing is sharing some of the tips and tricks that I've learned over this 9 years, not only to be an expat full time, but also the things that have helped me to be able to do this long term without having to go back to the United States. And so today I wanted to talk about one of the things that most of you may not, that you may just not be able to be in your thought patterns about living overseas, and that's protecting your energy. And so let's go ahead and get into this topic today. So when I'm talking about protecting your energy, depression, all of these different things on the emotional spectrum is going to kick in when you're living overseas. You have to think about it. You have now isolated yourself from all of your loved ones, everything that's familiar to you, and you're in something new. And most of us have been born or programmed to actually, when we're experiencing new things, it is a lot of turmoil. And what I mean by turmoil, meaning confusion, scared, you're afraid. You don't know what to do. You're worrying a lot. And that's exactly a normal human behavior in the society that we grow up in. And so how do you actually protect these things? Now, funny story, this topic is actually coming from an old video that I did when I was first in Colombia. And I was looking at the video and I was like, man, it's amazing how some of the things that may be bothering you may change or develop into a different situation over time. And what I mean by that is back then, that depression, that insecurity, that scared, that afraid was coming from, I was well over 300 kilograms, 500 plus pounds if you're from the US. And I didn't know if I was going to live. I was using a CPAP machine at that time to breathe at night. I had all of these ailments that were just hurting me physically. And in the mental space, as someone who had came from the Iraq War, I was not in the best mental space. I didn't even want to be alive anymore. I didn't even think I would be alive past 2017, to be honest with you. And now, look at you. Look at you now. Look at me now. I'm 9 years later. It is 2024. And I'm still going through some of those same things of having to protect my energy, but the situations has changed. And like now, if you've been watching the channel, you know, CC passed away 2 years ago. January 2022, about right before we were leaving Colombia. Actually, 2 weeks before we was about to leave Colombia. No, 3 weeks before we was about to leave Colombia. And so now I'm on this expat nomadic journey all alone, where it was a husband and wife team. And now I'm all alone. And so I still see that I have those same emotions and feelings of insecurity, not being good enough, imperfections that still bother me to this day. Yet I still use some of the same methods to help protect my energy. And so that's why I want to explain this to you today. One of the things that I do is I use Himalayan salt lamps. No matter where I go in the world, if I'm going to be there long term, I try to always have Himalayan salt lamps. If you're not familiar with Himalayan salt lamps, they actually help ionize the particles in the air. So like I have one here, you can't see it because the electricity's off, but there's a pyramid one that's here, and then I have a rock one in my room. And I sleep with the one in my room on every night. As long as there's power, I sleep with it on. And it's just to help my mood, help keep my energy grounded and stable. And so you want to keep your energy grounded and stable. One of the beautiful things about Himalayan salt, it actually has about 70 to 80 of the 92 minerals that our bodies need. So it is very therapeutic. And so if you haven't tried it, I do suggest get one and try it out. Look, at the very least, the only side effect you may have is, hey, the light's keeping me up at night, Jason. Or like some of my buddies, when I recommend it to them, hey man, I'm waking up feeling better. Wouldn't you like to? And so really think about that. The second thing, and this goes hand in hand with the Himalayan salt lamp, is I like to use fragrances. I either use essential oils when I can get them, or I like to actually use, what's those things called? Incense. So I burn a lot of incense. I have, it's not in here. It's in the kitchen right now. But I have a purple box that has a double incense burner, and the smoke comes up. And then I put incense all around the house, especially on Sundays when I'm cleaning up, to just really clear out the energy of the house. And the thing about aromas different aromas can trigger different chemical reactions within your brain. And so the ones that I like the most is frankincense. Frankincense, I do a lot of lavender. Lavender is real good at night. It can help induce your sleep. It helps you just go have a nice restful sleep. And then I use a lot of citronella, some type of citrus type incense also. And so let me know if you're trying any of these, by the way, too. Just leave them down in the comments. And then the third thing that you want to do is just go for a walk and breathe. Don't set a goal of how long you're going to walk. Don't even set a time limit. Just go and walk. And if it's hard for you in the beginning, just go left, right, left, right, left, right. What you want to do is put your brain in a hypnotic cadence. Once you get off of the things that is getting on your nerves, you get your brain off of the problems of the day. You're going to start seeing, what is on that line? Sorry, I'm seeing my clothesline go up and down as if it must be a squirrel or something on there. But with get into that hypnotic trance, you're going to just start releasing all of that stress and anxiety that's just sitting built up in your body. Because a lot of times when we get stressed out or we realize we're depressed, it didn't just happen right away. It's been building up over time. And so walking is a full body workout. And if you get your mind off of just the exercise part of it, you'll start seeing all of those chemicals just release out of you. And you'll start finding things that are beautiful, things that make you happy. Like you might see a beautiful bird walk by, some pretty plants, or you may even see, I hope that thing don't fall. You may even see like some stars or some plane, just any little thing and you'd be like, man, that's beautiful. I used to love doing it in Colombia because they had so many different plants all over the place. And so I just wanted to share these three with you. This is a real quick video. If you do any of these, let me know down in the comments how they help you. If you have any insight on some things that can help people also, let them down below. Because look, I'm not perfect. I'm still learning this journey as I go. And we all have different experiences and we all have different wisdom that we can provide to one another. And so we need to be more focused on collaboration. So please do leave them down here in the comment. Even if you have a YouTube channel, if you're doing videos like this, link your video down below so people can go watch your channel also and see what you're saying. It's not just about Jason. It's about all of us coming together, being a true human network, caring about one another. And so just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.